Greetings, fellow test subjects. Test subject 1337 here for Aperture Gaming. They make it. We test it. You play it. And welcome to our review of the game Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Yeah, so I got to play this game. There's some comparison to some other games that I've played previously that reminded me of this. And, well, is this a game worth your time and enjoyment? Well, let's get to the review and find out, shall we?
Series.
This game is not a sequel or a prequel. It is a standalone game, and while it does have some similarities to Gotham Knights, that game took place in an alternate universe. This game, I can confirm without going into too heavy of spoilers, that it does take place in the same universe as the Arkham franchise.
Team.
This game was developed by Rocksteady Studios and published by Warner Brothers Games.
Plot.
The game takes place in the city of Metropolis, where the evil Brainiac has come because he wants to take over the entire world. And because the Justice League have failed to respond, the worst is assumed, and Amanda Waller, leader of Task Force X, brings in Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, King Shark, and Deadshot. Because it is clear that that the Justice League is now under the control of Brainiac. And it seems like it is, because the city is in disarray. There's mutants armed to the teeth running around everywhere, and it is confirmed that the heroes are now under Brainiac's control. So it's your job to, well, as the title says, kill the Justice League. So yeah, you get to play the anti-hero. I guess in this instance, it's either you're the protagonist / antagonist, so I guess in this case you are just the antagonist of this game.
Gameplay controls.
The gameplay controls, it's a third-person platformer shooter with a little bit of melee combat. You pick whichever character you want, you traverse about the city, and you pick fights with you can do like some side missions along with the main storyline missions. And by completing missions, you level up, and by fighting the enemies, you level up your character and can unlock weapons and gear. You level up because there's a character named Hack that can alter your genetics. And the cool thing is, like, if there's a skill set you want to try and it doesn't work, you can then sort out which skills you have equipped. And the way you traverse about the city and the way that the cities of mutants are running around, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Sunset Overdrive.
Graphics.
The graphics for this game look really good. A lot of good detail is put into the four main characters, and the cool thing is how you can swap out costumes and like some details of costumes. The landscape is really good, and yeah, everything just looks really good. I didn't see any problems with anything.
Audio.
The audio is, while you're traveling around the city, the four main characters will converse with each other, and sometimes you'll pick up radio conversations. And Lois Lane, you'll see her on a TV screen doing a news broadcast, so you'll hear her also. So aside from audio communications, the music is pretty good, and there's great sound effects of explosions going off and during combat. But I have to cover something about the audio a little later in the video. And speaking of audio, this game is one of the last 3 projects that the late, great Kevin Conroy did work on. He also provided the voice of Batman in 2 other films. This was his last game, so it's a little bittersweet getting to hear. The good news is we do get to hear the Batman one last time.
Multiplayer.
Yes, this game is in fact multiplayer. But the cool thing is it can even be played solo. If you're not playing with live people, it does the Tom Clancy Wildlands things and pairs you up with 3 bots. But yes, it is multiplayer.
DLC.
Yes, there is DLC. I got 2 kinds of DLC. One was a pre-order bonus, and the second one was the deluxe edition bonus. The DLC was that I got some costumes for my team that I could upgrade, and I think like in the game you can, it's either in-game purchase of or earning of, but you can get Lex coins. It's like Bitcoin, because Lex Luthor, regular money isn't good enough for him. He has to have his name on his own brand of currency. You can actually use coins to buy real money to buy coins, so you could get more outfits for the team. And yeah, I think there's like a special unlock for special weapons. But yeah, so there's DLC, and I'm 85 to 95% sure that we'll be getting some DLC content for this game in the future.
Issues.
Okay, there are a couple of issues with this game. Well, first off, the game, it does play well. I haven't encountered any bug breakers yet. But first of all, as for the audio I mentioned, like I said, all 4 characters are flying around the city, and while they're moving, they're talking to each other. Now next you can pick up radio communications from other people, and at one point you'll actually unlock to hear what the enemy is talking about. And then, like I said, Lois Lane. So if you have closed captioning on, here's what. Before the game started, I turned off closed captioning after reading it a couple of times. So I can only imagine like having 4 rows of text going on at the bottom and clogging that up. So I preemptively nipped that in the bud before it started. But yeah, just to keep an eye and ear out for that. Secondly, once when I was trying to play the game, it said cannot connect to the Warner Brothers server. So I was like, okay. So the thing is, this game needs to be connected to the internet and be able to connect to the Warner Brothers, because if it can't, then you still can't play. You can't play solo player, which is kind of a jip. Fortunately, after I switched off the game and started again, it reconnected, so that worked out. But yeah, so that was a problem. And then finally, of course, I have to talk about the legendary super early access bug that happened. It didn't happen to me, but for those of you who don't know, it's like about maybe a week before the game came out, some people who had paid for the super early access, they had played the game, and the bug was that you plugged in the game, and either right at the start or an hour later, bam, the game would say, congratulations, you have won. You've beaten all the levels, all the missions, and you've unlocked all the cool stuff. So basically, you couldn't play the game. The joke that I've made is how when I was setting up my gaming PC, I said I wanted this thing to be so powerful that any game I put into it, I just hit one button and instantly win the game. So yeah, my joke has become a reality. So while I haven't encountered that would be a huge issue.
Buy, rent, or pass.
I like this game. I've been enjoying playing it. So I think if you are a fan of the Arkham franchise, and I guess also if you liked the Gotham Knights game, then I think you really will enjoy this game.
Overall score.
Yeah, so we give here at Aperture Gaming, we give the Kill the Justice League a 9.5, a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, so the game is good, but like I said, I think if you don't turn off the closed captioning, you'll be bogged down with that. And also, the fact that if you want to play it solo, you still, if you don't have internet access, that's kind of a bummer. But yeah. Now I've heard some people giving I've heard that some people are actually saying how the game is bad. I'm like, I mean, it's fun to play. I haven't encountered anything that was bug breaking. And also, I hear that there's some secret Easter eggs in the game that pay tribute to the late great Arlene Sorkin and Kevin Conroy, who voiced respectively the original Harley Quinn and Batman. So yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, I guess some people would have a problem with the story based on the title, but I don't see what's wrong with the game. It seems like it's fun. I enjoyed the mechanics, the look, the sound, everything. So yeah. So I say, like I said, it'd definitely be a buy, and if you're a fan of the series, just check it out. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Until next time, this has been Test Subject 1337 for Aperture Gaming saying thank you for watching, game on, and have a nice day.